interpretation of history, Harry and Meghan versus the royal family, it goes on. Even the allegations surrounding Philip Schofield and the BBC's Hugh Edwards became yet another tribal war. Why would that be? Why is this happening? Well, glued to our smartphones and laptops for an unhealthy number of hours in the day, the ingenious algorithms dreamt up in Silicon Valley funnel us into one identity group or another. They hack our psychology and manipulate us into taking sides. Now, in the good old days, we all thought different things. We agreed or we disagreed, and that was the end of it. Now, if we disagree, your opponent isn't just wrong, they're a bad person. It's unhealthy, it's counterproductive, and it threatens to wreck society. It's got to stop. We've got to do something about what the internet, and social media in particular, is doing to us as a species. A case in point is the devastating and horrific set of allegations against the actor and comedian Russell Brand. Allegations that could barely be more egregious: rape, sexual assault, and mental abuse. In a previous era, these allegations would be investigated by the authorities, and you would hope that justice would prevail either way. However, in the last few years, things have been changing. We've had trial by media, with the likes of Paul Gambaccini and Cliff Richard accused, judged, and effectively hung, drawn and quartered by the media before being proved innocent, but with the damage done. Particularly in the case of Cliff Richard, who was compensated to the tune of £2 million by the BBC for literally flying helicopters over his house, following unfounded and since disproven allegations. But now it's not even TV channels, newspapers or radio networks that are rushing to judgment. We're doing it instantly via our own smartphones. Now, I don't have a clue what's going on with this Russell Brand story, and neither do most of us. But it hasn't stopped scores of people on social media weighing in on either side, with Brand supporters calling him the victim of an establishment media deep state stitch-up, and others celebrating what they perceive to be this famously womanizing narcissist receiving his just desserts. It strikes me as deeply wrong to take either view. These are human beings we're talking about. Russell Brand himself, who denies the allegations, and his alleged victims, whose harrowing stories were told in a compelling, well-researched and fastidiously executed Channel 4 documentary. Not to mention the bold journalism of the Times and the Sunday Times. I agree with my friend and excellent colleague, Emily Carver, who struck the middle ground just right in what is emerging as yet another ridiculous culture war. Here is what Emily Carver had to say on Twitter. Allegations of sexual abuse should be taken very seriously. End of. It is often the media who bring these things to light, and I'm grateful that they do. So here's what I've got to say. Calm down, everyone. Stop taking sides. Let's have a proper police investigation and due process. Let the alleged victims be heard in relation to those devastating allegations, and let Brand himself be innocent until proven guilty, as enshrined in habeas corpus of 1166. Yes, that law module at uni wasn't a complete waste of time. The only goal here is not point scoring on Twitter or Instagram, but the truth and justice for all.